a Khazanah point of view. Khazanah basically has had a long history in terms of investing in China, starting from the very early days when we actually started looking at some of the more old school economy type stuff. We invested in water, in utilities, in basically the old economy, but we gradually transitioned into investing in new technologies, in media, and of course, I think as everybody knows, we were early investors into Alibaba, pre-IPO, and from then built that relationship really into the ability to also co-invest with them in new ventures. And we've done a number of new ventures in shopping, in basically in e-commerce, in AI, and basically in data integration, and a number of other things. And I think what's really important to understand basically is that we view basically that relationship as critical, as important. In China, as in a lot of other countries, you need to build a network of friends and a network basically of like-minded people who are willing to allow you to participate with them. Right? We have to remember basically that China, being the size that it is, really has the capacity to actually invest in everything itself. There is no shortage of capital in terms of finding the right deal. What's important really is finding the right partners who are willing to basically bring you along in terms of co-investing with them in those transactions. And Khazanah basically has taken that relationship with Alibaba and actually turned it into a more long-term strategic partnership, not only about investing more with them in China, but also working with them here in Malaysia. And as you know, Alibaba has basically looked at Malaysia as a core hub for them in Southeast Asia. From Lazada to the work that they've done with Malaysia Airports, one of our companies, to actually look at putting in a logistics park in KLIA, to Alipay, working essentially with Touch 'n Go, which are the CIMB, and in many other instances where they've been looking at working with a local partner. The role, I think, going forward for a firm or basically a wealth fund like Khazanah, like EPF or PNB, is really about forging these long-term bonds and partnerships with like-minded Chinese investors who view Southeast Asia basically as a critical market for them, who are looking for strong local partners to come in and to work with them to actually expand the marketplace, provide new technologies to our companies, and also at the same time really look at capturing the population base as basically an extension of the commerce that we can do together.